Alright, man, it looks like it's going to be another B-split push coming up here, standard as could be for the T side.
Yeah, they are getting ready for it right now. They've got two people coming out through the middle, 3 people through upper dark at the moment. There's counter-terrorist holding one guy inside the B-bomb site, one guy down towards the middle of the map.
Yeah, that B-slope man on CT side is going to be the linchpin here. T side, they've managed to put the CT smoke down. No support coming in from the A site here for the defense. It's all going to come down to the entry shots here, the man making the plan.
It's getting kind of cold in here.
Yeah, man, did you leave the window open?
I don't think so. This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth. You can take the blue, or the red pill, or the green one.
What? There's a green one? Sweet.
And we're back once more. I always find myself just grinning at that. It's so much fun. God, we had a lot of fun doing that. But now we are back, ladies and gentlemen, with the final game of the evening, and it's going to be one hell of a game. It's NiP versus Navi, and this is a little bit of a grudge matchup as well, because Navi actually took SLTV Star Series title away here from NiP. Not that they were holding it, I believe, but Navi definitely beat them there, and that was pretty impressive. That was on LAN as well, so there is some history between these two teams as well. This is the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn tournament coming up just now. The third week in a row. Navi are the defending kings. They won the last 2 weeks. This is the third week, and we'll see if NiP can claim the 750 euros and knock Navi down to just 250 instead, and then claim the title as the kings. I mean, right now, they're definitely ready for it. They just beat LDLC and crushed them on Dust 2, and also crushed them on Nuke, so that's what it come down to. Really exciting games already. Remember, we have a raffle going on at the bottom of the page. You can click a Facebook link, and you can just like the Facebook page, and then you can win a Zoe Solaritis keyboard, a really nice keyboard, and it's really easy. And if you click that link now, then all you have to do is like it once, and you can participate in the raffle. That's going to be coming up the next 10 weeks, or 11 weeks, in fact. So it's going to be a lot of stuff coming up. So that's definitely worth it. Also, after this game, we'll be giving away either one of these headsets. You can win one of these. That's in the raffle in the chat. And you don't have to be a subscriber. That's for everyone. But you do have to be European to participate, unfortunately. And then also one of these, which is a CPU cooler from Alpenföhn, the Brocken Eco. A very nice one. Not very big, as you can see, but it works for overclocking and everything else. Definitely a decent product. So go and check that out as well. And obviously, I'll remind you afterwards. But now, Semler and Vendetta, obviously, you guys are here too. How do you feel about this upcoming matchup?
Excited for it. We've seen Navi quite a bit the last few weeks, and they've been everything from absolutely phenomenal to head-scratchingly bad, I guess, for their normal level. So I'm excited to see what kind of Navi shows up today. And NiP, well, they were kind of the same way. They looked very lackluster on Inferno in that first map versus LDLC, but on Nuke and Dust 2, they look pretty good.
Yeah, they did. And I don't know. I mean, it was a weird game, the last one. I really think LDLC still are one of the teams that's the fastest heading for the top right here. If some of these mistakes get ironed out, based on how good they were at entry fragging, how good they were at just generally hitting headshots, I think they're going to be a very scary team very soon, if they're not already. So, still something to watch for, I assume. But this game...
Sorry guys, some last-minute things to handle here before we kick things off.
It's alright, alright. Just in case anyone doesn't know, Semler is actually over at the Assembly venue casting this, because he's in Finland. He's going to be covering Assembly right here on the channel. It's going to be tomorrow, guys, so you can definitely tune in and enjoy that. And I'm going to be going to G3. That's on the 1st, so on Friday, I think I'm going to G3 in London. And then, you know, who knows what will be coming out next. It's going to be exciting anyway. We've had a massive boost in subscribers again today, thanks to the giveaway. And actually, we got some items as well that was given to us by Debitor, which is one of our debitor, which is one of our long-time subscribers, been with us for a very long time, and also just a great guy in general. And he gave away one of the M4A1, I think it's the Atomic Alloy one, and then a USPS Stat Track. Is it the Blood in the Water one? I can't remember. No, that's no such thing. It's called... I forget now. How can I forget? I've just got it. I'm going to check right away. It's the Blood Tiger one. So this one and this one. These are the two rifles that he gave for us to give away. Or rifle or pistol anyway. So we're going to be doing that as well. That's also for the subscribers. Just a bit of a giveaway. And actually, maybe that's a good idea. We're working on how we can try and give more and more stuff back to you guys as subscribers. And I guess it's a little bit unrealistic. I'm not sure we can do a knife giveaway maybe every single week. But, you know, maybe we can find, you know, items that are still pretty cool to have, and maybe some of you don't have them. So we'll see if we can work on that and do, you know, then instead of just one giveaway, we can do a couple of them, and it'll be a little bit more fun for everyone, because we are definitely climbing in subscriber numbers. It's really, really sick. I'll tell you how many we have, in fact, because why not? I mean, you guys are the subscribers. You should know. It's right now 1,691 subscribers, which is an absolutely astonishing number. This is going to make... It's going to make it a lot easier for Semler and I to keep the channel running the way that we are. It is our full-time jobs, of course, now, so we really do appreciate it a lot. So big thanks to everyone who did that, and also thanks to everyone who's been following the channel. I can see that we're right now moving up to something that looks like 160,000 followers, so that's also quite huge. And then, of course, a big thanks to Caseking for making all of this possible in the first place. Vendetta, you've got to tell me who's going to be winning this game here. It's a best of 3.
Navi's kind of had the edge on NiP the last couple of matchups, or yeah, last bouts they've had, so I'm gonna go with Navi for this one. But I don't think that necessarily means that Navi are the better team overall. But I'm feeling Navi.
Navi, I mean, that's a pretty bold statement considering how Navi have been playing the last couple of days, I dare say.
Well, I feel like Navi, in many ways, play to their opposition. And if you're playing versus NiP, then you have to play pretty well to win. So I'm expecting big things.
Yeah, maybe that is true. But that's the point we brought up the other day as well, is that sometimes when Navi play against tough opponents, they seem to play better, and then when they play against worse opponents, they seem to play worse. Certainly, we've seen some very disappointing games from Navi in the past couple of days, but who knows? Maybe you're right. Maybe it is going to be different today. I certainly hope so, and I actually think you might be right. I think Navi, also because they had those disappointing games, I think they've realized that something needs to change, and hopefully they've had now a couple of days to fix it, and I think that could be enough.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a possibility. In the end, we'll have to see how this plays out. I'm either way excited. I think it's going to be a great game regardless of who wins. And even if we might see one team stomping the other, I think we're going to see something similar to the LDLC game. So like, there's going to be close rounds each and every time.
I hope so. This is, I mean, yeah, this is a really cool. And there's another thing. I mean, apart from Seized and Guardian, maybe Zeus, Edward, and Starix playing against Get Right, Exist, and Forest. How long have these 6 people have been, playing against each other in the whole history of Counter-Strike? How many years do you think?
A lot. Enough to, well, yeah, I think if how many years would that be? That will be 3 figures, maybe?
It's a long time, right?
Yeah, I think it might actually be closing in on 100 years in total for all these 10 players.
Yeah, if you add all of it up. Yeah. It's a really long time, obviously going all the way back to 1.6. Freiburg
back to... Oh, yeah, go on.
Yeah, do you mean even older than 1.6? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, well, even back to 1.3, 1.1, all the way back to the beta. But because I'm sure some of these guys have been playing or played at that time as well.
Yeah, so a lot of history in this as well. Well, we do have a couple of newcomers in that sense. Obviously, I guess Seized and Guardian are the two new additions to the Navi lineup, but it doesn't feel like they're all that new anymore. Seems like they fit really well in the lineup, right? I mean, Navi is a solid team in that sense.
Oh yeah, they absolutely fit in. But it's kind of like Freiburg and Keflaren. They're always going to be the new guys. And I think that's the same way with Seized and Guardian. Even though they've been around for God knows how long, they're still the new guys in the team. And we talked about that with Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
Snacks and Bialy are always going to be the new guys. 2 years from now, they're still going to be the new guys in the team. That's just how it is.
It feels like that's just the way it is. I mean, I guess that's all right in a way. I guess I'm not sure if we're finding a new server or not.
We are finding a new server real quick. I need you to check Skype as well, Anders, please.
All right, yeah. I will do that. So let's see. You guys remember to invite your friends so we can get everything sorted, and I'm going to check Skype really quickly. Alright, so sorry about that, guys. Obviously a little bit of a shame, but we do want the teams to have a fair and equal ping so that nobody is, having a disadvantage. And obviously, when you have a team from Sweden playing a team from, well, all over the place, it's going to be a little bit tricky. A Navi consisting of, 3 members from Ukraine, then 1 guy from Russia and 1 guy from Slovakia? That makes it a little bit tricky.
Yeah, it's hard to find a proper server. I'm not really sure what server or where it was hosted, the one where we're at, but I would assume that something like a German server would be the optimal thing for both teams.
I really don't know either. That's a good question. What would be, like, geographically speaking, I guess the middle ground would be somewhere in the ocean, basically. So that's not good. Maybe it'd be like Latvia or something like that. Lithuania, I don't know.
Yeah,
it'd be, but I'm not sure if you can find. Like, I guess you can probably find really good gaming servers there, but it might not be ones that we have access to right here. We'll see. I'm sure they're gonna find one. So a little bit of a break coming up here, guys, and of course we're sorry about that, but we shall see if we can't get something on the road here. Yeah. In the meantime, go and visit the Facebook link at the bottom of the page. Of course, we're sorry about the delay here, but we do want everything working smoothly for once the game actually gets up and running. There's a raffle going on down there for a Zoe keyboard, and there's some other links down there too, amongst other things. Our YouTube channel, which is growing a lot as well. We're putting up all the VODs, and we'll be putting up the VODs from today as well. So if you're just joining us and missed the first game, you will be able to watch them on YouTube in not too much longer. We put them up pretty quickly afterwards. So so that's great as well. And there's a lot of other VODs from Star Series and some other stuff too. The whole ESL qualifier we did is going to be up there as well. So if you haven't already checked it out, then now's a good time to do it. There's a YouTube link down there. And there's also some other stuff that you can click and read about, some projects we're supporting. So you can definitely go and read into that if you feel like it. Do we know what the maps are yet? That's something we can talk about.
We do. We actually do. And to no surprise, Navi has banned out Nuke. So, and NiP actually vetoed Mirage.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So, the big advocates of that map when it arrived, doing everything they can to not play it. NiP also vetoed Season, which I guess makes sense, seeing how they haven't played the map all that much, and they've just gotten back from vacation, so the odds of them having done anything with that map after ESEA is highly unlikely, especially seeing how it's not in the map pool for Gamescom. And Navi banned out Train, which I think is a smart choice, seeing how they're playing versus NiP. So we're going to have Dust 2, Cash, and Inferno, Dust 2 being Navi's choice, and Cash being NiP's choice. And I'm actually a tiny bit surprised that Navi opted to go for Dust 2. Because, well, even though it was a fairly close played out game between LDLC and NiP, it definitely felt like NiP knew what they were doing. Yeah. So I'm not sure if it's a thing that Navi maybe watched the game and saw them play and kind of picked up a couple of things there, or if they just were really confident in their Dust 2 play.
I really don't know. This is an interesting constellation of maps, isn't it? Cash in the mix. I mean, I think you said earlier you would really like to see Cash, so you get your wish fulfilled. And there's a second map too. And then Dust 2 and Inferno. I guess Dust 2 and Inferno are kind of the standard maps, so maybe a lot is going to be decided on who plays Cash the best.
Yeah. No, we haven't seen Navi play that much Cash. I'm curious to see how that's going to work out. I'm pretty sure Guardian's going to have a field day on that map, though. Because there's so many places you can utilize that op. And that might be an issue for NiP if they're not on point with their smokes and whatnot.
Yep, you're right. And definitely Guardian, I mean, talking about him as a player is definitely one of the strongest AWPers in the world. And if he gets up and running, I mean, he can rival some of what Forrest showed us on Nuke. Except we won't be seeing Nuke, but you're right. He's one of those players that can kind of take over a game and never really let it go. So we'll see how that all unfolds. I'm just checking in the meantime to make sure that I'm up on point with how everything is working. And let's see. All right. So I think we do have a new IP. Sorry about that. I'm going to connect right on over. And then I'm going to give it to you on Skype as well if you're not there. So we'll see. That's just me missing out. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were switching it over. So just give me a second, guys, and I will be right back into the game. Don't want to miss anything, of course. Definitely important that we stay on with the tournament since we're hosting it and everything. Let me see if
that's definitely an upside.
It is, right?
Well, I guess if not, we can always do a radio show.
A radio shotcast from somewhere else? I don't know. I'd rather be on the server, to be honest. There we go. We should be right back into it. Hopefully, we haven't missed anything. No, we have the knife round coming up, so it's actually perfect timing. Sorry about that, guys. Don't want to make you panic, but here it is. This is the Caseking of the Hill, cooled by Alpenföhn. It's the third week, and we have the final match of the evening to decide who's going to be our kings for the upcoming week. It's Navi versus NiP. Best of 3 game, and the maps are Dust 2, Cash, and Inferno. So welcome to the show. I'm Anders, with me is Vendetta and Semler, of course, and you're at Room on Fire. Big thanks to everyone who's been following, subscribing, and just tuning in today. A big thanks to you guys. If it wasn't for you, it wouldn't be possible, and also to Caseking, of course, for making all of this happen. Now, let's see here, Vendetta. It's going to be NiP starting on the terrace, on the CT side of Dust 2.
Yeah. Not really surprised by that option, and apparently we're not live at all.
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, I guess an hour round time is probably a tad too much.
Especially with Navi on the terrace side, right? Those could be some really long rounds, waiting until there's 30 seconds left.
Yeah, the memories of 4-minute round times come screeching back to me. I don't want to relive that.
What was the MR format at that point? Because there used to be an MR12. All right, yeah.
Yeah. So 4-minute run times, MR12. Everybody would sit still for about 3.5 minutes and then do something. It was extremely fun to watch.
All right, well then we can be thankful that isn't happening anymore, at least with the round timer.
Actually, one thing I would like to see as a kind of a blast from the past, which would be a fun thing to do as a kind of a fun tournament, is bringing back CO rules.
What does that mean?
CO rules is basically you put a timer at 20 minutes and you basically, well, one team starts T obviously and the other starts CT, and during that 20 minutes, the only goal is to get as many terrorist rounds as possible. That's your only goal. CT rounds doesn't matter at all. So after the 20 minutes, you swap sides, and obviously whoever gets the most T rounds eventually wins. And it's really fun because the time never stops, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of it emphasizes the fact that you have to play quickly. I don't think Navi would appreciate that kind of a format, but I think it'd be fun to watch, at least just as a one-off tournament.
Yeah, I see. It would definitely change the pace of the game a lot. I can see where you're getting at here. Make for some interesting tactics, no doubt.
I know Scoots is a big fan of that format, but that's probably because he used to play actively when that format was still around.
How long ago was that, I wonder?
Scoots? 2002, 1 maybe? I don't know.
So you had an easy opening to make a Scoots' old joke, right?
Oh yeah. Any opportunity given.
Yeah.
But you know, you can do that because Scoots is such a nice guy, and he's able to laugh it off.
Yeah, Scoots is a great guy, and luckily for us, he's going to be there for Gfinity as well. So that is I'm really happy about that. Now, finally, we have people on the server as well, and we are going to be ready to restart any second, and then we will be good to go. So sorry about that. We had to restart so that we can get the proper settings on. Don't want any kind of issues like that. And now, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good luck, have fun is cold. And it's going to be NiP. CT side, Navi on the terrorist side. And welcome to the show once again. Now we're ready for it. And what kind of round would you like to see from Navi? I mean, we've actually seen them go aggressive on their pistol rounds, whereas almost every other round they play kind of slowly. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that again here.
Well, from the way they're setting up right now, it's not going to be a quick round. So I guess it's back to basics for Navi.
All right, maybe they weren't feeling like that was working all too well. Dangerous peek here in the middle. Exist has the advantage with this USPS and Guardian. Is he just faking it out? Yes, 2 people close to the doors. Edward is going to pick off Flaren, and Freiburg goes down, and so does Exist. And this kind of rush worked out pretty damn well. Forrest and Get Right are going to be in a 1-on-5 here for Get Right.
And I don't think even Get Right can salvage this pistol round for NiP.
Very likely not. I mean, that's a little bit too much to ask, right? He's going to go down to Seuss, who picks up a triple kill, and Navi, they get to win the pistol round, and that was... I think what the point was here, that Guardian was sort of faking at the top of mid, just to draw out some attention away from them, and then the 2 people who were close to the doors, they sort of rushed in right behind the flashbang, and that set up the push.
Yeah, and actually they didn't really need to push any further. They kind of just... I think they would have liked to get some sort of idea of what's going on and how NiP were holding either way, but it just kind of worked out really nicely for them because NiP took the challenge.
Now NiP, 3 people with armor and 2 people with, and Flaren with nothing. So Flaren probably going to be the guy picking up an AWP a little bit later, but so sort of a mixed bag of tricks coming out here from NiP.
I like the buy though from Freiburg and Forest. That's a manly buy.
Deagles
and body armor.
We'll see. In the middle, Star is getting caught off here. Going to get sandwiched as well, so they're going to be able to take him down. And that's a Galil in the hands of Forrest now. Interesting to see if Forrest is going to be on a high level as he was on Nuke, or even Dust 2, or if he's going to cool off during the game.
If he's going to be as hot as he was on Nuke, that spells huge trouble for Navi. Because I can't really see anyone stopping in full-on flames. Like,
oh, ye
what do you
of little
do about
faith. Oh, ye of little faith. Guardian.
Do you really think Guardian could stop a Forest in his absolute beast mode? I don't think so. I think Forest is the best player in the world when he's in his zone, I guess.
We'll find out. We'll find out. I don't know. Maybe today's going to be an answer to that question. This round from NiP was actually really good. They have 2 people now with body armor, and 1 with an AK and 1 with a Galil. So they did really good this round, all things considering.
Yeah, not bad at all. And hopefully they can get off to similar start to what LDLC did versus them, which was getting that 2-for-1 trade and not throw it away after that. But they don't force up like LDLC did when they saved 2 weapons.
It's a smooth shot coming out from Zeus, and Get Right, 1 deeks down. Edward, it's interesting seeing Get Right with a deagle as well. Some things are really changing here, so a quick trade, and NiP still looking alright in these eco rounds.
They are, and Get Right is not surprisingly somehow going to end up in a pretty solid position if he actually slips away from Guardian here.
Yeah, Guardian throws a smoke, and I think Get Right, yep, he's going to be like, whoop, and he still goes down. No head armor made that a little bit easy with the headshot there. Exist in the middle, looking for a 1 deke, and the thing is, Guardian had the bomb as well, so if he had gone down, that would have been a pretty big kill coming out.
Yeah, that could have allowed for NiP to pretty much just set up a camp in mid, and from that point on, I think they'd be in a favored position, even though they didn't have, or even though they wouldn't have that head armor or anything of the sort, but they would have a couple of weapons and basically all the advantages in terms of getting into great positions.
Semler, Fiflaren versus Guardian in an AWP battle. What do you think? It's actually going to happen as well. Look at this.
Meant to be. Fiflaren!
Yeah.
All I have to say.
Gets the pick off, and that's obviously massive. That is a little bit scary if you're Fiflaren, I think, because Guardian is damn good with that AWP. So a nice start to the 4th round here for NiP Gaming, and that's exactly what they need. I mean, considering that they lost the pistol round, now is the time you want to step it up and just shut Navi down. We'll see. They do have a pretty tight mid defense, and this is kind of cool because Navi have been so insistent on trying to go for the B bomb site. So if NiP realize that and just put, you know, this many people to mid or B, I think this is going to be really tough for Navi. And if they go A, they're going to be up against this AWP. Get the kill, but now up from behind. Oh, 6 shot from Seized is going to take down Get Right, and now Forrest is alone inside this bomb site. Fiflaren is alone inside the A bomb site, and now we have 35 seconds to decide where they're going to go.
The smoke down at the mid doors is really confusing. Starix. Well, it doesn't really make a difference in the end because Seas manages to get the drop on Fiflaren, but that was going to be a sick play from Starix, baiting Forrest out and catching him completely off guard, opening up the B site for Navi to take advantage of. But this is so far, despite a really solid 4th round there from NiP, dropping it down to a 2-on-2, or 2-on-3 rather, they can't seem to do it. Even with an entry from Fiflaren, a glorious entry versus Guardian.
Seized with 6, 1, and 0. This is the one Russian player on the team doing a lot of work right now. No doubt about that. So, what do you think about that round? I mean, this time, Vendetta, it's going to be a push towards the bomb site here, and Forrest is maybe going to get caught. I think he must have spotted someone there, and Freiburg is being called for immediately. Forrest, he's going to go down, and Freiburg trying with the 1 deke, seeing if he can land the shot, but the bomb site, I don't think they're going to be able to do this. Navi are just waiting for them right here.
This is, I mean, Guardian's already in position to put a stop to any kind of peeks that are coming in from doors. And this is actually going to be Fiflaren managing to get in and do some scary damage, nearly getting a kill there, but it's not going to happen for them this time around. And again, NiP.
What?
Ooh, a
what
double
do you think
off?
about? What do you think about that
I like
setup?
It.
Well, no,
like
the one where the way they took that bomb site, they just pushed in, but then all waited. They were all just waiting, scoped up on the door and the window. They didn't actually push in to try and get the bomb down. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I actually think that's a tad scary on Navi's part. That could easily backfire if they don't actually take the site, but I guess they kind of figured it would be a stack or something to that effect. But yeah, that could easily backfire on them.
It's called Supreme Confidence.
Well, if you had Supreme Confidence, you would run straight in.
There's definitely... I mean, it's definitely very different. That's what I'm trying to say here. And NiP sort of kept peeking and going down, but I guess if there had been one well-placed grenade or something, that could have been pretty painful.
Yeah, or just one well-placed flash.
Okay, Fiflaren. Yes! Picks off Seized. Again, Fiflaren with the entry here for NiP. Now it's up to whether NiP can hold or not. That's the big thing. They need to be able to actually just put a stop to the push that's about to come in here from Navi. 45 seconds left, and we are looking at a B split here, it seems.
And I love this. Forrest up in the window, or actually not in the window, he's down on the box right here. He's going to be looking over, and Freiburg, all he has to do to help out Forrest is turn around, and then they're going to have two people looking at that entrance. Forrest with the one, Freiburg turns around with a grenade in hand, and is going to go down. Now Forrest is alone, and this is a pretty big kill coming in from Edward, but he's still going to lose another player. Forrest can't get the follow-up kill then, so Edward with a quick double, Zeus with the flash over, and it's going to be a bomb plant. No, they stop it.
Now the plant happens. Edward is actually going to commit to it as well, so NiP not able to get that. Edward not getting any support on this site because his teammate is actually thinking that this is going to be an upper play, but it works out perfectly. Edward, 2 headshots. Zeus supporting from upper dark, and Navi make it look easy.
I thought for a second that was Edward getting a double.
Yep, that's what I thought too. I was almost going to go insane, and something that really, really was frustrating about that round from NiP's point of view is that I think if someone who hadn't, it was Fiflaren peeking into the door with an AWP, and I'm pretty sure if someone with a rifle had been looking, Edward would have been dead.
I think they timed the flash incorrectly because the second Fiflaren peeked in, he got team flash. And I think if he doesn't get team flash in that situation, he gets Edward. And then that's probably a round win for NiP.
That's a good point.
Was that a team flash, really?
I'm pretty sure that was a team flash because it did not flash Edward.
What was really a shame as well is that Forrest needed literally like a 1/10 of a second to get a 3rd frag with that AWP. He came very close to getting 3 kills there with that AWP, and of course that would have changed everything.
Pretty sick movement and skill coming out here from Navi at the moment. They are just playing at a high level. I mean, this is sort of what we were talking about earlier. They play up to the level of their opponents, but this is still truly something. Edward goes down in the middle, but Guardian opening up already. He took down the tower that they had going on in the middle, trying to boost up on top of the smoke, and Fiflaren is just now running to try and save this M4. This is going to be 7-0. It's almost like NiP are getting a little bit of taste of their own medicine compared to what they did to LDLC on this map.
No, and he got spotted as well. They know exactly where Fiflaren is. He got spotted from CT. But something that's interesting that comes back to me actually is Fiflaren's own words. Says that when he's top fragging, something is wrong. Something is definitely wrong when he is top fragging, and that's what it's looking like right now. It doesn't seem like the NiP are able to really pull it together here. They're 7 rounds down, and they have to eat another round of eco.
Yeah, and looking at the scoreboard, it's 0 for Exist. It's actually 007, so it's 007 for Exist here, the James Bond score, and it's Freiburg and Get Right with 1 kill each. So something is definitely not working here for NiP. And Navi are off to a pretty sick start here on the map. This is their map choice, though, so we'll see how it goes.
Was it on? No, it wasn't on Nuke, where I was saying that Forrest was having a double, a 117 score.
That was Inferno.
That was Inferno, right? Okay, I was about to say, like, there was no way that he came back from a 117. Yeah, that's right, because he had like 14-2 or something.
Very likely going to be 8-0 here. Smokes are off as well, so no chance really for Get Right to pick off anyone as they cross over and try and put the bomb down. And again, Navi, they have had this bomb site for a good 10 or 12 seconds, and they're still not putting down the bomb. They're really making sure that they have everything cleared before they try for it.
This just seems like an exercise in patience for Navi at this point. Think about all the time that they wait. They've been on that bomb site for what, like 20 seconds?
Yeah.
If they just plant the bomb, they've won the round already. I feel like Navi are up to something. Like they really are. I mean, obviously they're intentionally holding back, but Ben, what do you think the reasoning is behind them just intentionally holding back on the plant like that?
I think it might be because they're expecting NiP to play the retakes a lot more aggressive than what they're currently doing. So they just want to play it safe. Don't throw anything away. If someone gets picked off while they're trying to plant, that's gonna suck, and so on and so on. So they're just taking the safest route possible at this point. And you can't really blame them. I mean, they have all the momentum. There's no real reason for them to, take a risk and maybe throw it away and give NiP an opportunity to get back into it.
Fiflaren is going to try and take the peek against Guardian in the middle. That's a brave move, but none of them actually hit anything, so it doesn't really become all that interesting at the end. But I would definitely advise against trying to peek Guardian. He also tries in the middle where I think he hit Zeus a little bit then, and he's still just shooting through. He's got backup as well in case anyone comes through, and Freiburg definitely a good buddy to have there. But now they're going to switch it up, so put Exist down the middle with Freiburg, and it's a good rotation coming out from NiP, trying to keep Navi guessing so they don't know where the AWP is.
I like the fact that they're trying to change it up. They've got 2 guys focused on B slope right now. That's crazy for NiP. They're really putting the emphasis, shutting Navi down on this site that Navi have had so much success on in the recent rounds. It seems like NiP, they're just fully committing. They're like, okay, we know what you're going to do. They've got 3 guys here. This is unheard of.
Yeah, and this should be enough, right? Freiburg can easily jump in the window. Exist can just turn around in the door. It's going to be up to Forest to call the word and just instantly get them reacting. The one thing I'm worried about is the guy over on short right here. He could cause some trouble. Zeus, if he catches their attention down in the middle or something, it's going to be different. But Forest goes down inside the bomb site. Flashes come in. Exist looking for the kill. Is going to pick up one. There it is. But Freiburg goes down and they still lose the bomb site. Navi, it's just all working for them.
That's what I was going to say there before the push actually started, is that if Forest dies, NiP lose the site. But because they had 2 guys actually sitting outside the site looking towards B slope. So if Forest goes down and he doesn't get anything, Navi, NiP are having a really rough time.
Yeah, this is just not looking good at all. Fiflaren wants to walk in here. Gonna get caught with a grenade out. Takes down Cease. It's a very good kill. They do have a kit, but they'd have to pick up Edward and Guardian so quickly here, so I think they're just looking for exit kills. Man, 9-0 Vendetta. What are we witnessing at this point? This is a really big upset, I feel like, already.
I wouldn't say an upset. It's just that Navi are playing really well, and I think this is a bit of the vacation issue for NiP more than anything else.
Yeah.
Because they have gotten off to a pretty okay start, but then they draw the short end of the straw. Take that round as an example. They have 3 people towards the B bomb site, but Exist, just too soon moves out of the B bomb site to check mid with Freiburg. And if they have 2 people there, then the odds of them holding that is much bigger.
Oh man, this is quickly turning into something really ugly here. At least Get got a bunch of kills in that round, and they managed to save their own rifles, so that's a tiny bit of hope here. But I think NiP now needs to win at least 5 or 6 rounds here in the first half to make anything happen. Forest is going to go down, and good angle from Freiburg. Takes down Starix, and they've actually dropped C's to the top fragger, so that's got to count for something as well at this point.
Yeah, that was very clean work there from Forest. The first kill at least before he got taken down. This is still a 3-on-4 situation. NiP actually with that man advantage are going to slow Navi down quite a bit. And it seems like Navi are taking an interest in long. Something they haven't done in quite some time now. So does Edward actually decide to peek out? No, Navi, they rotate the bomb back mid.
They really like that B-bomb site.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. They're just, it's been working 9 rounds, so why not just keep going at it? Exist is going to be the one covering, and Zeus and Guardian are peeking out now. They know exactly where he is, and he's trapped in the corner, and there's absolutely no backup, so this is going to be really tricky if they go for him. He gets away, and that's pretty good news. And the rest of NiP are holding steady everywhere on the map.
Exist finds Zeus through the door as he stands his ground, continues to put shots through. It's going to be Freiburg now looking towards window. In a pretty good position here, seeing as how one man is about to sneak up to it for Navi. Takes the fight, and Edward actually gets the kill. Edward lives with 5 HP, Guardian gets a kill, and now all of a sudden, Navi get a plant with 6 seconds left on the clock.
Get right, charging in here. NiP have got to take this retake. This is a 4-on-2, and now it's somehow turned into a 2-on-2 with the bomb down as well. Guardian is going to take down Get Right, and now Fiflaren with a good grenade. 1-on-1 versus Guardian, not hitting the shot here. Tries for the USP, has the AK out, and Guardian triple kill that round. Steals it away from NiP and makes it 10-0. This is ridiculous.
And that should not have happened. Gary was in a pretty good position to actually stop at least one of the Navi players as they were moving out towards Exist there and mid. But I don't know, Garrett doesn't seem like he is really on form today.
They've gone for triple ops on NiP's side. They've just decided that something has to change so drastically that we'll actually just buy 3 snipers to try and deal with all of this. But I'm not even sure that's the answer. I mean, Navi, they're just slow playing NiP. Even when there are a couple of people down, they just play their way back.
I like well, I would have liked to see Freiburg with the op, or actually I would have liked to see Forest with the op at the back of plateau there, rather than Freiburg with an op in mid. But I guess NiP are trying out different things because so far nothing is working, so can't really fault them for it.
Exist is getting so much information right now, though. He's crouched right by mid doors, listening to the players move up short. There is going to be a man holding there. That's Fiflaren, and he misses his first shot. And Navi decide not to press the issue.
Slowly, they are going to be walking up there eventually. If you flare on here, it's maybe just going to be faked out a little bit. The color smoke's raining in, and that's going to keep them there. Now, yeah, I think it's going to be an A split push this time, actually. Finally, they go for something that's not B. That's 10 rounds in a row almost for the B bomb side, I think.
Get right, really committed here. And he doesn't get the first shot. He re-peeks and Guardian gets the punish. This is going to fall apart for NiP now. They're about to get sandwiched. Navi are hungry, but Fiflaurin, he's not having it. He lands the first shot, looking towards long now. He's just trying to stay alive as best he can on this site, and it's not going to be good enough.
No, grenades rain in. Freiburg with a good pick off here. 8 seconds left, but they can't actually. Where's the bomb? The bomb is dropped, so NiP get the round. That's it. The bomb position means they can no longer win it here. So the time runs out for Navi, and actually Edward goes down after the time is out. Guardian down here is going to pick up a couple of more kills just to make life extra hard for NiP. That's 10-1, moving into the 12th round. And finally, NiP are on the scoreboard.
So, what are you putting the odds on the Navi going back to B now?
It's like 100% basically. He gets that shot as well. Guardian, oh god.
Guardian too good. And that would actually really prompt Navi to go to B as well. No, Guardian is going to tell his teammates, okay, I tagged one going over. Now Navi can make a guess, you know, thinking, okay, this is going to be a B play, but Navi are one step ahead of NiP because NiP are clearly thinking that Navi want to go for that B site, and it looks like that 100% chance, it's not going to happen. They found the 1%? I don't know.
This is just a mind game here, and NiP, I mean, they have had no time to adjust to anything. They've just been losing round after round after round, unable to really get their feet on the ground, and as soon as they get a single round in, not even really a round that they maybe... I mean, if it hasn't been for the clock, they could have still lost that round, but... So, I don't know. It's hard for NiP to do anything. I mean, what do you think, Vendetta? There's almost no round at this point that NiP can look back at and say, okay, at least that worked.
Yeah, well, they can't. They have one round where they can say, well, we got lucky. And that's about it at this point.
And the shutdown continues, so it's even worse than if they just kept losing, actually. They win the one round, and now they're going to be back to ecoing, and...
Fiflaurin is still top fragging.
Oh, yeah, but, I mean, you say that like it's a bad thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Fiflaurin has been playing well this game. It's everyone else who's not showing up.
That's the thing, Or, it's a situational thing when I say that. I'm obviously not bashing Fiflaurin.
Yeah, obviously I know.
It's like a team thing that he's mentioned where it's like if I'm top fragging, something's not going right. And I think it's pretty clear here with the score. You know, something's not right in Sweden. Oh, headshot from Forrest with the USP though, and he actually manages to take out Starix.
Yeah, I think Starix was almost caught sleeping then. It looked a little bit like it. Another one coming in from Forrest before he gets shut down, leaving Get Right and Exist alone. So this could be one of the quickest Dust 2 maps we've ever seen. If it keeps going at this rate, I feel like NiP could be 16-1'd here.
Oh, it's not out of the realm of the possible. I mean, the feasible. It's absolutely feasible right now. This is brutal, but this is also just rusty NiP, Navi playing super well, and Navi having all the momentum right now. And it's so tough to get the momentum away from a team on Dust 2.
Exist wanted to peek up behind and nearly had the right timing. Get Right's going to go down as a triple for Edward, who's also trying to climb that scoreboard. But it's actually Seized and Guardian who are topping it right now. Seized been hitting a number of amazing shots, and NiP are going to force it up here in the 14th round, and I don't really blame them.
No, at this point, what can you do? You need rounds. That's the bottom line. And they don't have that many rounds to play with right now. It's 2 rounds left. They need to get the remaining 2 to even have a shot at this, I think. And even though they're NiP, I don't think 3 rounds is enough, really.
Probably not, right. Probably not.
I mean, if they could manage a comeback here, that would be... I mean, that would be up to NiP standards. I'm not even going to count NiP out of it, because they're capable. They are capable of it.
He'd be one hell of an impressive comeback if they made it happen, but you're right, they are NiP, and it's always bad-mannered anyway to count the team out before they actually have lost the game, or at least the map. Yeah. I
just think back to VP and Nuke. That's all I think back to. The comeback of comebacks from NiP. Anything is possible when it comes to the Swedes.
Alright, Fiflaurin is going to have a chance, and only one chance here to take down Guardian, and he's going to take it, and then Seized with the instant return. So, I mean, that maybe also is one of the reasons why Navi is so scary to play against when they're playing like that, because it's not just that you get a kill, it's that it's just, yeah, the trade happens instantly almost.
But one thing that's, I mean, Ben, have you noticed this as well, is the fact that Navi are very rarely actually doing splits? Like, they really are just going together as a group?
Well, they're doing splits, but they're doing it in solid groups. Such like, well, the least number of Navi players you're going to find together is 2. They're never alone, and that's a big deal.
Well, I mean, yeah. It seems like it's always going to be like Starks off lurking, and then 3 other guys or 4 other guys just going together somewhere, and then just pounding the defense.
Clock too far ticked, so Seized is in a 1-on-2, but they can't really do anything. Oh god, I mean, even when they get a man advantage, it doesn't work out for NiP. 13-1, moving into the next round here, which is going to be the 15th. Last one of the half, NiP with 1 and 2 scouts, and Freiburg with a Deagle instead, which I kind of like.
And 3 ops on Navi. No, 4 ops.
That was 4.
Yeah.
And there you go.
Goodbye, Forest. Was nice knowing you, but no more.
And,
no shame.
The snowball just keeps on rolling for Navi.
It's a pretty damn good feeling when it's the last round of the half and you have so much money you can do that. It's like, yeah, 4 ops, no problem, guys. Let's go.
Especially when you actually get the frag as well. I feel like all too often you see people pick up 4 or 5 ops and auto snipers and everybody misses.
Not a sniper was found. What a shot from Seized.
Oh, yeah. Scout in the hands of Freiburg is nowhere near enough, but this map is just, I don't know. This is crazy seeing from Navi. Navi lost on this map to Uno Ein, didn't they?
Yeah, 16-14. Then again, they did not play the same way when they were playing versus Uno Ein.
No, they really weren't. But this is, yeah, 14-1. NiP, 2 rounds away from losing this map in just how long? In something that looks like maybe 30 minutes.
Like 15. That much?
I don't know. It's not been a long time anyways.
It might be 30 minutes because it's Navi on the terrorist side, I guess. But and the worst part about all of this is the 1 round NiP got, that's the round where they got lucky.
Okay, well, here it is. Second half is coming up, so welcome to the show, everyone.
I was just, I'm trying not to curse Navi, but I am kind of like, sort of going in a roundabout way, sort of cursing Navi. Guardian was, now I'm starting to believe Guardian when he told me, yeah, we're not going to lose. We're going to go undefeated in this tournament.
Are they going to go 14 weeks?
Yeah, he's like, yeah, just, get the check ready because we're taking all the tournaments. I was like, what? I'm like, now I'm actually, I mean, you just 14-1 NiP in the first half on Dust 2. Guardian, were you not that full of it after all?
Oh my god, Seized is hitting some headshots in this bomb site, and Forest fighting it out with Edward is actually going to come out on top, so that's good news. The bad news is there's still 3 more people waiting for them, and Forest is gone. Now Exist in the bomb site, fighting it out. He's going to be dropped as well, and that is it. 16-1 is incredibly likely at this point. NiP with no money, no bomb plant, no nothing. Alright, Navi have made a pledge to try and see if they can take all 14 weeks of this Caseking of the Hill tournament. That would be... I mean, we're going to have to invite just anyone we can to beat them.
At a certain point, we'll have to have 2 teams playing Navi at the same time.
10 people on one side.
For the final week.
We could do that. That would be funny. Alright, well, the slaughter continues. 16-1, ladies and gentlemen. A statement here. I did not realize Navi cared this much about the Caseking of the Hill tournament, but they do, so that's great. The next map is going to be on Cash. Oh my god. What a shutdown. 22 kills for Seized, 19 for Guardian, Edward on 18, and then it falls off from there. That is going to be it. So we will be going to a quick commercial break. Hopefully not a very long one. I don't think... well, maybe NiP actually do need a bit of a break after that kind of treatment. But it's not going to be too much longer, guys. We'll just go for 5 minutes, and then we'll be right back. So don't go far, and we'll be back in a second.